What's going on, guys? It's Matt with No BS Beard Reviews. Tonight, we've got 4 of the brand new scents from one of my favorite companies, Bearded Fox Co. out of Des Moines, Iowa. And so tonight, we're looking at Boom. I was like a kid on Christmas morning when these came in. And so, always throw some love out to Corey at the Bearded Fox. Awesome dude. He's been with me since day one when I started this channel. He was the first ever company to reach out to me for a review. So always got a special place in my heart for the Bearded Fox Company and Corey. And so you guys can find them at beardedfoxco.com. All right, let's talk about pricing real quick. So some of the best pricing for what you get in the beard business. 1 ounce oil here goes for $13. Your 2 ounce balm goes for $17. Now you can use No BS 10. That's going to save you 10% on those. So No BS 10 gets you 10% off. Well, guys, let's jump right in. Let's talk about it. First up, we've got the Scumbag Boogie. Reminds me of some old slam dancing, throwing elbows up, guys in suspenders and white t-shirts, I don't know. But the Scumbag Boogie here, this was named after the old style greaser type of haircuts, the Scumbag Boogie. That's what that kind of haircut was called. It's a totally different play on a barbershop scent. So one of the things I love that Corey does, he takes your everyday scents and makes them super unique. So this would be considered a barbershop scent, and typically barbershop scents are one of two things. It's either a bay rum scent, or it's usually a powdery, the powder they brush on your neck after they shape up your neckline. It's typically like that. And so they categorize Scumbag Boogie here as pomade in your hair, the powdered neck duster, and the warm shaving cream of the neck shave. And to me, he melts both of those scents, or all those scents, really well. So this, to me, Scumbag Boogie, is like the best of both worlds of a barbershop scent. And so immediately I get a little bit of that powdery note, but then I also get kind of the tropical, worldly feel of the bay rum. And so kind of that East Indies, juniper berry, bay rum, powdery scent. It's like he's taken 2 kinds of barbershop scents and put them into one. Awesome, awesome scent. Now, the scent duration on this one was probably about 4 to 6 hours. It lasted throughout almost the whole day. And so, yeah, great, great stuff. All right, next up, we've got, I'm probably going to giggle saying this one, we've got Halfway to Coming, okay? Now, a lot of guys have asked me, what's with that name? What is that? Well, it's actually Cumming, Iowa. So Corey and his crew would take an 8-mile bike stretch from Des Moines to Cumming, Iowa. And at the midway point, there's a place that serves apparently amazing drinks. And so they'd stop on their bike trip to go get Moscow mules and mojitos. And that's what this is scented like. This is Moscow mules and minty mojitos. This stuff, look at that artwork too. How cool is that? I love the artwork on these. Oh, this one is one of my favorites. If you've ever had a mojito or a Moscow mule, in Moscow mules, I think it's like a gingerish beer, ginger beer. I can almost smell the carbonation in the Moscow mule here. I swear I can smell the carbonation and just that minty, citrusy, lime, citrus, mojito, mint. If there was ever a scent that makes you want to have a drink, this is it right here. I could totally envision, being down to Miami, South Beach, sipping on a mojito at a fancy bar, or, drinking a Moscow mule out of a big, the copper mugs. This stuff, yes. This is one of my favorites. it's like I can smell like a lime citrus carbonation. It's just a great scent. This is one of my favorites. I definitely recommend checking out. All right, next up we've got the One-Eyed Woodsmith. Again, this is a perfect example of Corey taking a traditional woodsy scent and putting his own spin on it. And so this one's a tribute to the greatest high school class ever, woodshop. I mean, who didn't take woodshop and love that? And now, I remember my woodshop teacher, I think he was missing his ring finger. You know, a lot of woodshop teachers always have something going on with them, and Corey's woodshop teacher actually was missing an eye. And so he had a glass eye, and so they called this One-Eyed Woodsmith. Look at the fox. Attention to detail, love it. And so the One-Eyed Woodsmith itself, it's freshly cut wood, but it's not, it's a fresh, clean. Now this is not a cologne scent by any means, but if you could take a cologne scent and make it woodsy, this is what you got here. So this has silver birch, cedar, sandalwood, and pine. And it's that silver birch that gives it such a unique character. I love this stuff. This is just, oh, it's so unique. It's woodsy, but it's fresh. It's clean. It's, you know, I wouldn't characterize this as a wood scent either. It's just like such a fresh, clean. I mean, you got to experience this. Oh, and so this one was a good 4 to 6 hours as well. The halfway to coming, that was probably a little bit stronger. I think that one was almost like a 6 to 8 hour scent. And so the final one we'll take a look at here, this is going to take me back to my teenage years, Return of the Mack. Let's go back to like 97, 98. I forget who sings Return of the Mack. If you remember, drop it in the comments below. But Return of the Mack is oud wood done 3 different ways, and lavender as well as amber. Now, I will mention the first time I ever put this on, and let me see if I see it. Yeah, I do see it. I have it right next to me. Oh, I get a lot of lavender when I first put this on. So I actually put this on, and one of my wife's like Bath and Body lotions or whatever this is, I don't know, but was sitting next to it on the counter, and I was like, I had to do a double take because I said, did I just put on lotion and not realize it? I wasn't even thinking. I was like, maybe I did, and then I smelled it again. It's very heavy on the lavender up front, but that lavender burns off to that oud, and it's a unique kind of complex oud. Yeah, they took 3 different interpretations of oud and combined it with a little bit of lavender. And I believe this was actually inspired by my good buddy Beer Times with Scott. He loves lavender. So I think he had a little bit to do with this collaboration here. But it's a good scent. You know, out of the 4, this was probably my least favorite. Just because I'm not a lavender guy. I just not really big on lavender, and this kind of kicks me in the face up front with lavender. But you know, if you like oud and you're looking for something a little bit different than your traditional oud scent, definitely go for this one. Now, the beard balms, same 4 great scents. All of these smelled exactly. This stuff. Get that upright. You gotta order that. Whatever you get, make sure you get this one as well. Oh, it's just intoxicating. I can smell lime carbonation, citrus, Moscow mules, mintiness, just all kinds of goodness in this. And so the balm is that traditional whitish creamy balm. It's a good medium hold. This is like a perfect example of a medium hold. I'm actually getting ready to head to bed here shortly, so I don't want to waste any of these right now. So that's why I'm not actually putting them in. But I've got several other reviews of the Bearded Fox. So if you want to see oil consistency, it's like the perfect medium weight oil, the perfect medium weight balm. Just great stuff all around. So highly, highly suggest you check out the Bearded Fox Company. Lots of great scents. On top of these 4, they also have 2 of my all-time favorites going to be Hipster Doofus and Dirty Lake Floaters. Love, love, love that scent. That's one of my wife's favorite scents. She calls it the Nordstrom scent because we both think it kind of smells like a high-end department store. It just smells great. So definitely recommend you check those out as well. But guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can click on my ugly mug right there. But as always, guys, God bless you. Take care. Have a wonderful week. We'll talk soon.